Well, it's a little chilly.
That door is locked over there, so you might hear somebody knock. You would be doorman too.
Remember this feeling.
Oh, no, sorry without me.
God forbid. What are we talking to you about? JP's a media darling. Media darling.
Not really the same, but.
You want to let these guys go first? Yeah.
Stand behind you like awkward.
No, that's fine. You guys go ahead. You guys go ahead. I'm sure you have things you want to do.
Yeah. Anything for the lawn. Uh-huh. I'll still stroke show you guys on the golf course. Let me know when.
Looked like you just fluidly stripped him. So what'd you see there?
Yeah, I mean, that's something we've been working on since day one. And then just that play, it finally came out and then was successful after many failed tries.
How good did that feel after
It was since the Sac State game since you had a takeaway.
Oh, it felt really good, you know. That was something that we needed to, in this game especially, just to put it out of the way. And then the offense did a great job of going down and scoring right after it. So that was a good, one of the plays that put it out of reach for them.
Talk about the play of the defense in general in the second half. I think you only allowed 104 yards or something. Just played great all the second half. Just talk about that.
Oh, yeah, that was a big talking point in the locker room. Coming from last week, it was like almost flipped, and so we knew we had to get buckled down and then go to work, and then it helped us out a lot, and then it helped the offense out a lot too.
Can you point to any specific adjustments you made there?
Not major ones. It was just a lot of self-talk to each other, and then the offense did a great job of holding on to the ball for what seemed like forever, a couple times in the second half. So it barely felt like we were out there.
Coach Ty on the sidelines, what was that like?
It was nice, you know, and then it was just one more guy talking to you, and then we can just confirm everything with everyone, so we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it's a you forget how this feeling is almost, but it's an amazing feeling. Obviously, last game here at Bobcat Stadium, this is the way that we wanted to go out as seniors, and I think we had a lot of fun out there today and took care of the ball. I think, what was the turnover margin? We got 1-0. Yeah, so I mean, that indicates the score right there, and got that corrected this week, and it feels great just to end the career at Bobcat Stadium on a win.
Can you just talk a little bit more about what it was like having a clean game after what you've gone through the last 5-6 games in terms of turnover margin?
Yeah, I mean, just eliminating turnovers allows you to compete in football games. A team that values the ball more is typically going to win, and obviously something we've been stressing for weeks and weeks. Chris, I saw him grow up like instantly today. I mean, he came a long way just from last week to this week as far as just being mature and going out. He played an incredible game, came out and executed, did what he needed to do, and I mean, just picking up that first down at the end of the game, prime example of that's a big boy play for an 18-year-old, and I'm proud of him and the way he's grown up and improved every day.
You were able to really kind of put the team on your back, or at least the offense, with 23 carries, 130 yards. How did that feel for you?
I mean, I would say the O-line put me on their back. God dang, how about those guys? I had holes on holes to run through. I mean, just big gaping holes there. Moving those guys, getting great movement. I mean, they had a great week of preparation. Those guys put the time in and were ready for all those guys' movement and doing those things. And so thankful to run behind that group. Having Mahoney back was huge up front, just as far as his experience and the type of player he is. I mean, healthy, he's an all-conference player, and having him back up front was huge for our team, and huge for me being able to run behind him and JP on that left side.
What were the emotions like before the game?
I mean, we were ready to go. definitely. I mean, coming out before with seeing your family and so many families that have been important in your life. I gotta, acknowledge Pat and Ruth, JP's parents, and Ray and Carrie, Gunner's parents, and enjoy the moment with them and my family. And that was pretty special. But I think we did a good job of flipping the switch and getting back into game mode and getting ready to go, and getting back into that hunting mode.
You've played in 3 Cat-Griz games, and this will be 4th one. Early thoughts going into next week. What it's going to take, the last game of your career.
I mean, I think I've talked about this with you before, and it's all about the preparation going into this game. The emotion is never a factor in this game, ever. We're going to go up there, and the crowd's going to be huge, hostile environment. We're going to be amped up to go. They're going to be amped up to go. So it just comes down to, who's prepared more, who has that extra little wrinkle in for them to make that adjustment. I mean, whoever comes in more prepared and ready to execute their assignments is going to win.
Make it count.
Is this kind of lessened the sting of the past month and a half or so?
I mean, I don't really think there's been a, ton of sting. I mean, disappointment would be a good word to put on it. I've told some people already that, this year has been rough, obviously record-wise, but I've never been a part of a better team. I've told, Coach Choate that. I've told Coach Armstrong that. I was like, what you guys are building here is incredibly special. And there's more of a sting for me, the fact that I don't get to be a part of it. You know what I mean? And it's, that hurts me, that this, because it's just kind of laying down a foundation right now. And this team's got big things coming in the future, And, but I guess, yeah, it's, it's a good feeling. To answer your question, I'll leave it at that.
To win the game by, like you guys did, run the ball,
Yeah.
authority, I mean, that must feel pretty good.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it always feels good when they call your number. Good Lord, 3 penalties today? I think I've had 3 penalties my whole career. I was like, jumped off sides and twice, and then that holding call at the end of the game. I was just like, good night, JP. That was honestly, I had a lot of emotions running through this game today. Bobcat Stadium's a special place for me, and so I just wanted to make sure that I left everything out on the field today. And I guess my emotions got the best of me a few times in that sense. So, but yes, it felt good to plow forward and take care of business at the end of the game there.
What were you guys doing in the run game specifically that allowed you to have success?
I think it was like Chad said, the O-line prepped real well this week. We were able to get a lot of film in and a lot of film together. That's a huge thing as an offensive line. I'm only at 6 credits, so I have the luxury of being able to watch film pretty much whenever I want, because I have 4-day weekends, no class on Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays. But that's not the case for everyone else. So it makes a big difference when you can get 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in a film room together, going over blitz tape and things like that. So we're gonna have to do the same thing this week.
Having your family here?
Oh,
When's
yeah.
the last time they watched you play live?
Oh, they've been up here all season. Yeah, this year's been big for them. Usually they can make about 2 or 3 games a year. They actually have better luck in the away games, like Arkansas State, North Dakota, things like Drake. They can make those games a lot easier. We didn't have any games like that, so I've got a big shout out to them, and also got a big shout out to Montana families who have really had my back when they can't be there. Chad's parents, Gunner's parents, Miss Dory Brownlow, sweetest woman you'll ever meet in your life, the Malum family, a whole bunch of people. The thanks could go on forever in that case.
Did you see Chris kind of grow up like Chad said?
Well, the thing is, we knew Chris had that in him. He just had to do it. I think he gets a little down on himself. He's a young player, and he's got some growing up to do. Learning how to forget plays. I mean, I tell you right now, if I were to have that kind of game, jumping off sides twice and 3 holding calls as a redshirt freshman, I would have been head in the dirt, not playing a good game. So it's good to see Chris bounce back on plays that he missed and things like that. Yeah. So he did grow up and he has played a good game. And like I said, we knew we had that in him, and it's time for him to do the same thing next week.
Early thoughts on next week?
They're good. They're really, really good up front. It's going to be a battle. Old Washington Grizzlies, a fun place to play. I've been there a few times now, and I'm looking forward to going over there and playing a hard-fought game between two, hard-nosed teams.
Seems like you're having a really good time on field goal block today. What's your question about that?
Dude, I tipped. Did you guys see that? I got a piece of the one. Yes, you did. Go back and look at it. I was so upset, because Coach Cho and I have been working on that all week. Doing exactly what I did. Inside, elevating, and I hit 4 fingers. I was like 4 fingers. I'm starting to celebrate, turn around, and I see that thing going into the end zone or going through the uprights. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That wasn't like a 2-finger nick off no, that was 4 solid fingers on the ball, and it was just so depressing. I was upset after that play.
Do you remember which field goal it was?
It was the one to end the half.
Okay.
The one, I believe that, yes, because we were up, was it 17-10, right before half, and then they kicked that field goal to go into halftime 17-13. Yeah. I'm telling you, go back and watch it. That is not a lie. Like, I'm not blowing smoke. No, not at all. Yes, 315-pound JP was able to, work an edge a little bit.
When's the first time you did it this year?
No, I've been doing that all.
Okay.
I've been doing that for a couple weeks now.